Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I actually wanted to get back to you guys about this nail allergy or acrylic allergy video from Artificial Nails, and I've had a bunch of you guys ask me to do an update video, so that's what I'm gonna do for you guys. I'm sorry that I haven't done this sooner, but I don't know, I did have a baby and I was pregnant and I didn't feel like doing nothing, to be completely honest. I know it's not good, but that's what happened. Yeah, so I think my first reaction was, I believe 2015, 2016. There's a whole other video in the beginning, and if you guys want to go back and watch the first allergic to acrylic nails video and problem solver, I will leave a link at the end of the video, or I'll put the link in the description box below so you guys can check that out. Because with this whole update thing, I did want to tell you guys that I did find actually a second product of acrylic system, liquid powder system, that I am actually not allergic to as well. And you know, I'm like my own guinea pig, so I try all these things out. Well, not really, I don't really try a lot of stuff out because I don't really, it's like I was too scared to. But a little backstory. So before I tell you guys about the product, the new product that I found that you guys could try out for your nails if you have been allergic to your nails, there is a product, and the product is Young Nails. I did show you guys in my past video that I use the powder system with the C&D retention liquid that I'm not allergic to. So I mixed Young Nails with the Young Nail powders with the C&D liquid. So now I was a little curious about using Young Nail liquids. I'll show you what it is. The Young Nail liquids I actually tried when I was working at this salon back in 2017, last year, during sometime in the summer. And the nail salon, it was a hair salon, but I was the only nail tech there, and the owner had a couple products at the area of nails, and she had the Young Nails liquid. So I was like, oh, I've always wanted to try a different product and I didn't want to spend money to try it out. So I was like, what a better chance than to try it out at work. So I tried Young Nails over there, and I put it on one finger, and I went home and I got an allergic reaction. Though it did get itchy and it did start looking a little red. I was like, okay, allergic reaction, but like I said, it didn't. Like I said in the other video with the C&D, same thing happened, but I didn't blister or anything. And then the second time I tried C&D monomer, the liquid, nothing happened after that. No itching, no redness, no nothing, no blisters. So this time I did see itching and redness, but it went away like that. But then and then I'm like, oh, maybe it's like the same thing that happened with C&D and it's gonna go away. So I tried it the second time, and then I thought, okay, it's not gonna happen this time because that's what happened with the C&D. So but it did actually. Like I got an allergic reaction from it. Now, thinking about it now, maybe the person at the last person that was working at the hair salon as a nail tech probably just put a cheap product into the Young Nails bottle, because this time I bought it because I have new clients, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna give it a go. More than likely they're not allergic to it because it's not cheap stuff, so I'm pretty sure they'll be fine. I think I only got it because I was already overexposed. Obviously, it usually is what happens when you're allergic to acrylic nails, because you're overexposed to the liquid. So I used myself as a guinea pig. Obviously, I'm not going to put it on my client first. And I put it on my nails. And this was maybe a week ago, I think. No. Today is like I don't know what today is actually. Okay, I put it on. I've had it on for 4 days. Like I said in my past video, if I were to be allergic to it, the next day I would have had a reaction. I would have the blisters, the itching, the redness, and none of those happened to me, thankfully. So I found that young nails, I'm not allergic to it, which is a great thing. And I actually have it on my nails right now, the acrylic system with the liquid. I actually use, let me see, here we go. The powder and the liquid together. Like I said, I used the powder and the C&D liquid before. I would put it in this bottle to fill up the liquid because the bottle of the C&D liquid that I had was really big. So, not only is this great, I did want to give you guys an update with the C&D powder and the C&D liquid. I also have the powder. I always mix and match. You can use this powder with the liquid and the other liquid with the nails powder, whatever. You know, you can mix and match certain powders. Like, I really don't know why people make it a big deal. Maybe there's a reason, but they really don't do nothing. Like, a lot of them do go well together. Maybe some don't, I don't know. I've never had that problem. But yeah, I used the liquid and the powder, or C&D powder with acrylic, with the young nails liquid, whatever. So, with the C&D liquid, maybe 2 years since my last video was sometime, I think it was I don't know if it was September. I don't know when I made this video, but it was 2016 for sure. So we're in 2018. Still, we're at the end of 2018. Since 2016 to 2018, I've used C&D liquid monomer with C&D powders mixed, or C&D liquid with young nails powders, and I have no reaction still. It's been 2 years, right? No reaction, no itching, no swelling. So yeah, guys, no reaction so far for the past 2 years, right? Also, another great news. Dogs are barking outside. They're not my dogs, they're my neighbors. They're so loud. Sorry, guys. Try to tune that out. So, I actually have a client that she wanted to get her nails done by me, somebody that I've known from high school, and she told me that she asked me, oh, do you do dip? And I said, no, I don't. I do acrylic. And she said, oh, I really want you to do my nails, but I'm allergic to acrylic nails. And I told her, you know what? I was allergic to acrylic nails too, and it's most likely wherever you got your nails done, they use some cheap powder, and that's why you got an allergic reaction. I told her I only use high-end products for your nails, and I had the same issue, and as soon as I started using these products, aka C&D, retention liquid, I told her I don't get any allergic reaction. I told her, you know what, if you're up for it, I could test it out and see if it works for you, and you know, that way, you know, you could still go back to wearing acrylic nails like you used to like to. I asked her if she wanted to try it out, and she said sure. So she made her appointment, and I showed her the product, and she was like, all right, let's try it. So we put it on her, and nothing either, no allergic reaction. Remember, guys, she was allergic, I don't know. It's probably the cheap products we're using that we think, oh, we're allergic, and we're being overexposed to them. Like I told everyone in my last video that the products that I use, beauty secrets, Blah, things like that, from Sally's, is what gave me an allergic reaction. These are cheap products. Even when you apply them, they don't apply as well, and they look really weird. They don't apply as well as Young Liquid's powder, C&D powder, Young Nails liquid and powder, and they don't apply as well as C&D liquid and powders. So they already look kind of funky, you know what I mean? So yeah, I told her, I was like, you know, let's try it, and it worked. She was really happy. She's been my client since, let me see. She started coming to me maybe in April, and it's August, a couple months. But yeah, she doesn't. She's come to me a couple times already, maybe like 5 times. No allergic reaction. She's doing really well. And I was like, great. Now I can, you know, if any of my clients are like, hey, you know, I want to get my nails done, but I get an allergic reaction, I could easily say, I got this product that doesn't do that to you, more than likely, because you know it's not promised for everyone. Because I've had comments on my last video that say, oh, I tried it and it didn't work for me, blah blah blah, blah, which is unfortunate. I'm sorry, but I mean, I don't know. Maybe it could be like what happened to me in the beginning. Like I tried Sandy when I read it somewhere online, and I was like, and then the first time that I put it on, I was like, oh man, itching. But the thing that you guys have to understand is, yeah, I got some itching in the beginning a little bit, but mine, they never blistered up. They never got sore. They never got crusty or nothing like that. My skin never peeled off. Like when I used the stuff at the Sally's place or whatever. So that's why when that happened to me, I was like, wait, but no blisters ever came. I was waiting for those blisters to come, like with the other stuff. They never came. So I was like, you know what, let me try one more time. I don't know. I get very curious. So I tried it, and I didn't even get itching or swelling or redness the second time I tried Sandy. So I don't know. Maybe you guys want to try it a second time and see what happens. I don't know. That's just my tip. It could work, it could not, you know. But fortunately, everything that I've been trying has been working out. There's another product I want to try from, you know, it's Mia's Secrets. That company, I would love to try it, but like I said, I don't like spending money for something that I might not even use, you know, because if I do buy it, I would love to use it, and if I buy it and it doesn't work, that would be horrible. But so far everything's been going really well, the stuff that I've been trying. So yeah guys, like try it out, try Young Nails now. There's option number 2, Sandy retention. That was option number 1. You can still try it. I dropped something. So what products not to use? I don't recommend going to eBay and ordering these cheap products from China. I don't recommend you guys going to Sally's and ordering and buying these cheap products because they're cheap, inexpensive, and easily buyable. Like that sucks that you guys can't easily go into. Here's another thing before I do know that they sell this stuff on eBay. I really don't know if it's the same thing or if it's somebody selling knockoffs. I don't know. So my best bet is be licensed, because there's a lot you do need to learn in school. School doesn't teach you how to do nails properly, but at least they teach you how to sanitize, how to not cross-contaminate, how to prevent from giving infections from one person to another. So yeah, I do believe it's important to be licensed and not just like, hey, I want to play nail salon, I want to take clients at my house. It's not safe unless maybe, you know, you take the step further and do, you know, research and you really do try and learn, like, okay, this is how, if I cut somebody, don't use this tool on them, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Like, that's why it's like, it's a lot to know too. So I don't want to bash people that do this, because that's not who I am. I don't like bashing people. It's more so it's a concern for me that you don't pass on, what are they, pathogens? You don't pass these things on to other people, because you don't know if you're gonna cut somebody with like your drill bit. Say you cut someone, right, and you don't wash this, and then that person has like a disease that, you know, is untreatable or something, or, you know, something that could make somebody's hand, like finger, fall off, you know what I mean? And then you get your next client and you don't know how to properly sanitize that. Your next client is gonna come and you cut them with the same thing. You just gave that person like something, and it's life-threatening. That's why it's not that people bash unlicensed nail techs, but it's just that serious. Now there are videos where you can learn how to properly sanitize, sterilize this stuff with hospital grade disinfectants as they use at the hospitals. That way, you know you're doing a good job. You know there's nothing you're really going to worry about, because everything you're doing is by the books, and everything you're doing is very clean, sterilized. You know what I mean? That's what's important. I do follow people on YouTube that aren't licensed nail techs, but they make it known that they do sterilize and sanitize everything, which makes me feel better. Now, yeah, if you're watching this and you're not licensed, you know, best thing for me to tell you is right before, if you're not even in school yet, or if you're in school, or like I said, if you're not in school, or yeah, like if you're in school and you haven't gotten to that point where they've taught you how to sterilize, then please try and go somewhere on YouTube and say how to sterilize, you know, nail tools. You know what I mean? Because it's really, really important. Sorry, I'm getting off topic, but it could bring me back to why you need to know, like I was saying, like me using Beauty Secrets at Sally's. I was using it because I was a nail student and I had just graduated, and that's what I would use, so I wouldn't waste my expensive products like C&D, because this is the products that we used at school. Because when I was using that, I never got an allergic reaction, you know. So yeah, it brings me back to that point. So when you're also doing nails, it's like when you, I don't know if you guys can see really well, but when you put the product down and all the liquid is getting everywhere, that's how I got overexposed with that inexpensive stuff at Sally's, because all the liquid, I didn't know my liquid to powder ratio, and when I would put it on, I'd be playing all over my hands, like I'd be like trying to catch it, this and that, like the beads and stuff. I wouldn't know how to do consistent beads, so I got overexposed. I can actually, maybe I'll find the picture and I'll put it up to show you guys what nails I did when I finally was overexposed. You can tell that I didn't know what I was doing, but I'll show you guys a picture of that. And this was after I graduated nail school. Like I said, they don't teach you everything there. At least they teach you the important things I said, like the safety precautions and stuff. So yeah, don't use Beauty Secrets from Sally's. Don't order stuff on eBay. Like I said, even if they're this, I wouldn't take the chance. You don't know if they are the product that they're saying. Well, okay, maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if they have expiration dates. I don't know. I think there's nothing wrong with ordering on eBay. Just make sure that, oh, I gotta clean my brush. Just make sure that you're buying like known products. You know what I mean? Like Mia Secret, C&D, Tammy Taylor, OPI. Although I heard OPI's nail systems or acrylic systems are not that great, but I'm just giving you guys some options. What else did I want to talk about? A lot of the times people like to wear gloves so they're not overexposed to the monomer. I do sometimes get liquid on me sometimes, but nothing has happened. But just try to be very, very careful not to get the liquid all over yourself. And if you do, try to clean it up as fast as you can, just so you're not overexposed later on in life. What I do is sometimes I'm like grabbing the acrylic and I'll get it on myself or something because the napkin's there, and I'm like pressing my hand and resting it against the paper towel that has monomer on it. And sometimes I'm like, oh no, so I'll just grab like a piece of paper and spray some alcohol and then I'll clean it right up. So it doesn't just sit there and get sponged up by my skin. Another thing, if you're not a nail tech and you like to get your nails done, it's not like you know what they're using, I understand that. Like when you go to chop shops, usually a chop shop is Asian owned. There's a lot, like I'm gonna make a video about that, you guys. Like I don't want to bash the Asians because a lot of Asian shops are very legitimately clean and stuff, but to be honest, a lot of them are not. And I know this because I worked at a couple Asian shops. So, and I've worked at other places that they're very clean. So this is usually where they would put monomer. They'll put in something like this that doesn't have the container and it doesn't have the name of what it is. I do this, but I take this out and then I'll pour it in there so the customer knows exactly what I'm using. So if you're a customer and they don't do this, and 99% of the time they're not going to do that. So you could either ask them. I've been in a position where I've gone for a job and I've asked, what liquid powders do you use? what liquid monomers do you use and powders? What systems do you guys use? And I've had the person look at me like I was an alien or something. I would say, oh yeah, I'm interested in a job. What liquid and what powders do you guys use? And, you know, just want to know. That guy would be like, I don't know the name. I buy it in California. All sketchy and whatnot. I'm just like, so you don't know what name, what brand you use? It's like, no. And I'm looking at him like, oh my gosh. So there's something called MMA that you guys should look up. MMA, I'll leave you a picture somewhere up here, or here. And I'll leave a picture of what MMA can do to you. A lot of these products have EMA. Like if I look at this, it's ethyl methacrylic. And that's what high-end products have and decent products have. Now, MMA is something that you probably get from China. And it could probably make your finger fall off, your nail come off, and give you the worst allergic reaction ever. So it is important if you are just a client and you want to go get your nails done at a salon that you ask, what is that? So if you go somewhere and you see this and you're like, oh, can I ask what kind of products you use? What's the name brand of that liquid? And they don't know, then you need to leave. Another thing, the powders. If the powders are in, like, I'll do this because I make my own mixtures. This is a powder I make. But if they're in some other container where there's no name, tell them again, what brand powders do you guys use? And they don't have a name or they're not in a container with the name, then you also need to leave if they don't know the name. Another thing, if there is no, you know what, this is going to take too long. It's a long video. I'm going to make a video of what to look for when you are a client at a nail salon and when you should feel okay to get a service and when you should not. This is hospital grade barbicide. I usually fill it out more than this, but this time I didn't. But this is what you would see that it is sterilized. They're in here, meaning they're sterilized. Okay, so I'll make a video if you guys want to see it. Let me know, comment down below. If you're one of those people that like to get your nails done and you don't do nails but you get your nails done and you want to know, you know, what you should look for in a nail salon. Okay, so let's move on. Like I said, I was trying to tell you guys where to get your nails done. Just make sure you... It's so hard to find people, I know, but like maybe you can look on Instagram and hashtag like your area. Like I live in Palm Beach, Florida. You can hashtag Palm Beach nail technician, and you can always DM them and say, oh, what products do you use, you know, or hey, I'm allergic to such and such. Do you happen to use this product, CID, young nose, whatever you want to ask, and see what they say, you know what I mean? Or you can tell them, oh, I'm allergic to acrylic nails, what do you suggest? You know, that's just an idea. What's next? My other one was, it said, I wrote a couple notes down. Like I have a tip that I want to talk about, tips for beginners. My tip for a beginner, seeing that I was in that position before, my tip for you guys is try not to get so much liquid on the skin. Like I just said, like just try not to get it on the skin, because if you do, just try to wipe it off as fast as you can. I don't know if there's anything else I've, you know, forgotten to mention about this whole update on acrylic nails. All I know is I'm just happy that I got 2 products that I can buy and that work great and that I love. Because another thing, if you're a nail tech and you do this, you might want to upcharge just a little bit. I'm still at a point where I just started getting clients, so I'm not charging as much, but eventually my prices will go up because I do use the best products, I would, you know, think, because these are the products, these are like the high-end products in the industry to me. So if you think about it, you gotta spend a little bit more money for good stuff. I'm trying to see if I didn't forget anything. Yeah, because I like, a lot of you guys asked me a bunch of questions and I'm just trying to remember. If I didn't answer your question, feel free to comment down below and I can make a part 3 to this acrylic, allergic to acrylic nails video for you guys. because I really can't remember right now. If you guys have any suggestions for more videos, feel free to comment down below as well and tell me what kind of videos you want to see. I actually have a couple in mind. I'm starting to get back into doing videos on my channel because I do love my job and I love to teach you guys. I love to teach you guys how to save money, where to find stuff for cheaper, and things like that. How to find clients. I'm gonna see because I do have a couple ideas. And I did want to mention to you guys that I do have my own room now. The thing is, it's a hot mess because I just got in here like a couple days ago and maybe a week ago, and I haven't really done anything to it. I really want to paint the walls. The only thing I did is get my nail rack up. I need to get a new nail table. I sold my nail table, my pedicure chair, everything because I didn't like the pedicure chair that I had before, to be honest. And then this nail table is not a nail table, it's just a regular table I got at Walmart. Which actually wouldn't be a bad table for beginners if you guys couldn't afford it because it was really cheap. But I did sell my nail table because I honestly didn't like it, and now that I think about it, like I really need to get that table back or a table back because this one's okay, but it's not as sturdy as I would like it to be. But this would be great for a beginner. I am gonna do a video about the stuff you can buy as a beginner and what stuff you actually really need and all that great stuff. But I just want to thank you guys again for watching this video, and I hope you guys got some help from my little tips and my new announcement of what another product you guys could use. And for you people that like to go to get your nails done, I hope you guys a lot too. Thank you guys for watching. Please comment down below if you have any more questions that I didn't cover, and like this video if you did like it, and subscribe to my channel for more upcoming videos of my allergy to acrylic, my allergy to acrylic nails. And I will be having more videos for you guys. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great one. Bye.